Let us go again. This tournament has been running for a couple of months. It's been a couple of months. It's been what, like 3 months, of course, of OSC Elite, and we now are here to crown our champion. We made it here to the grand finals, and spawning in the bottom right hand corner of 10,000 feet, we have the blue Protoss player. We have the blue Protoss representing his new team, representing Stony Bulls. Down in the series, we'll see if he can bounce back and get his revenge. It is Shameless. And spawning in the top left hand corner, we have the orange Zerg player, also representing Stony Bulls, as they are teammates. It is GgMaChine. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamba time. Pretty sure we're going gas. We're going gas pool before expansion here. Yeah. What is this? A 14-14, 14-13 hyper aggression here by GgMaChine. If you're in the chat, predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck, baby. Best of luck. As it is Gamba time. Best of luck with your predictions. Also, very quickly before we get ahead of ourselves, if you're in the chat as well, if you want to support OSC, you can do so via their support. Hold on. All right. Sorry, if you want to support the events, if you want to take part as well, OSC Elite Rising Star number 19, bam, signups are open. Signups are open in the chat, so you can also take part. Remember, this event is restricted, so the top players like Hero, MaxPack, Showtime, Clem, Cyril, Rainer, they're ineligible to compete. This is for the rising talent in StarCraft. So if you yourself are rising talents, then yeah, you can take part. Again, signups for OSC Elite number 19 are in the chat. Meanwhile, we're going for the cheese, we're going for the proxy here. Lings are rushing across the map, and we are mining through those patches, and Shameless, he's scouting. Okay, Shameless does scout. Shameless, he does scout, he does confirm, and there's one patch left. There's one patch left to open. Oh no, the Zealot's on the way, he has no units. No. He went for a gate expand into Cybercore, no units, the wall is open. The wall is open. And the Lings are flooding across the map, and now we do have time to plug up that wall. Shameless. We do have to plug it up. I say that the initial probe is going to go down. We just bust in anyway. Okay. Zealot pops out just in time. The Zealot is out, so the probe does arrive in time to plug up that wall. Never mind, there's no money. Yeah, he has no money. He has no resources. Lings, they flood in. They flood into the natural. They're coming for the surround. Oh my god. Yeah, just going for the pylon. Adept is on the way. Can we focus on the pylon in time? I'm going for the Zealot. Adept will pop. Adept will pop out. Lings, they're going to be forced away. They're going to be zoned away here, but the hatchery is halfway done. As Lings, they rotate over. Ling speed kicks in. Remember, it was the early gas. Early gas here. Zealot gets surrounded. Lings, they flood in across the map. They're going for the Adept. He wants it. Can he get it? He can, and he will. Adept goes down. And with that, GgMaChine is done. GG gets called. GG gets called. We don't even make use of the proxy hatchery, and GgMaChine, he will take a 2-0 lead. GG, well played. We'll take a 2-0 lead in the series, and Shameless, he's had a rough start here, bearing in mind that he did scout that the wall was being mined from, of course, but alas, he didn't actually have the spare resources to wall off that ramp. He himself, of course, had gone for the gate, expand into Cybercore, and I needed more time to build up. Wasn't able to pull the boys. Didn't take it seriously enough, I feel, to be able to try to fully wall off and buy some more time. GG. GG, well played. Do the gas geysers let single workers clear the patches? Yes. So if you remember, this was originally done on Golden Wall. This was maybe, Jesus, when was Golden Wall in the map rotation? Golden Wall Liquipedia. This would have been what, 2021? Sorry, 2022. So if you remember, Golden Wall was one of the first maps that featured this kind of like section of the map that was cut off from the other side, and Golden Wall was a little bit more extreme. Golden Wall, actually, can I just show this? I think we have the power. We might. Why not? But if you're a little bit newer to StarCraft, if you weren't around for Golden Wall, let's see here. This was in 2022. Bam. Look, it was a fast game, so we have time. I'm not really set up for this. Here you can see the main. It's a little bit awkward on the screen, but Golden Wall had the main base, and you can see there's a mineral wall right outside of the main, and you can do the same thing where you take the gas geyser, and with one worker you can mine through the minerals, mine through the gas to delete the minerals in their hand, and then replace it with gas, then delete the gas and mine through, and then bam, you gain access directly to the main base on Golden Wall, and then you can just all in. Then you just link flood. We saw a lot of like 12 pool drone pools or like early pool aggression on Golden Wall. That was back in the day. This was like the first map that actually featured this kind of mineral wall that led into the main expansion. Here a little bit less extreme, leading into the natural, but regardless, GG. With that, GgMaChine, he does take a 2-0 lead in the series, and now we're jumping to game number 3. Oh no. I'm hoping for a longer back and forth, but the pressure is on. Pressure is on, papi. And spawning in the top right hand corner of Tokamak, we have the orange Protoss player. Sorry, the orange Zerg player. The orange Zerg player himself leading the series 2-0 in the best of 5 grand finals. Representing Stony Balls, it is GgMaChine. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the blue Protoss player. We have the blue Protoss also representing Stony Balls down to the series and looking to bounce back and making a series out of this. We'll see if we can pull it off. It is Shameless. So you got cheese the hell out on 10,000 feet, and we'll see if he can slow things down and embrace the mid game on Tokamak. Wait, what? Tokamak? Sorry, I just realized something that actually didn't come into play until right now that I should bring up, because we haven't had to bring it up this entire time. Tokamak is from what, like last season? 2 seasons ago? Specifically for OSC tournaments, OSC, they actually have voting available for the players, and players can vote on their favorite maps to actually be a part of the map pool. So this season, we have an extended map pool here for OSC Elite. We have Tokamak, we have what else? So we have Tokamak, Death Aura, and 2000 atmospheres. Wait, is Tokamak even a part of this? Oh no! It might not be updated on Wikipedia. Might not be updated. No, yeah, it is. Sorry. So the extended map pool here, I'll have to fix it on Wikipedia, is Tokamak, Submarine, and Beckett Industries. There it is. Jesus, it has been a long time since I've casted Beckett Industries. And Submarine as well. Fun fact, if you remember, Beckett Industries and Submarine, they were back-to-back seasons as the rush maps. I think it was Submarine first, which was like the shortest rush system map we've had in years, and then I think the next season was Beckett Industries, or it was the other way around. But both of those maps are hyper-aggressive with incredibly short rush distances, and we'll see if we get there. Likewise, Tokamak was a more macro map. Very defensive, very defensive. We have a secure 3rd and 4th base. The reasoning for this is because of the area in between that is fully walled off. Often on a lot of these maps, this area is open. Here it's closed. Here it's closed, so that means that on a 4-base economy, there's only 2 attack paths, here and here. So you can easily defend on 4 bases with these 2 attack paths in mind. That is why on Tokamak, we saw a lot of late game. It's quite easy here to just turtle up and get into Sky Toss. So I do actually favor Shameless here. I do favor Shameless on these larger, more defensive maps, as his win condition is to get into that late game. God, I've got some repressed memories about Beckett Industries. Let me tell you, I say that I remember vetoing it quite quickly. Actually, I think I might have played like 1 or 2 games, then just veto the hell out of it. Submarine, we actually saw a good amount of matches on. I remember, I think it was Terran versus, was it Terran versus Eggs or Terran versus Eric? The Brazilian Terran player, I mean, called Terran. There were some spicy games on Submarine. Good times, good times. I want to say TY had some really good games on Submarine as well, if I recall correctly. That was pre-retirement. Again, this would have been like around 2021. For now, though, third base is being taken. It is a Stargate opener into the Oracle. Shameless will gain map control. He'll move out across the map, and he will secure himself on 3 expansions. As opposed to last game, we're actually getting into the mid-game. We're getting into the mid-game here. We actually have a back and forth. We have our Twilight Council follow-up. We should be looking for a Forge at this point. A 4+1. Oracle gets across the map, gets 1, 2, almost 3. 2 drone kills and 4 Spore Crawlers. Oh my god. Yeah, insane damage early on. I didn't see a Forge. The longer this goes on without a Forge, the higher chance that we see something like Glaives or Charge. Curious. It was a later Twilight Council. It wasn't too early. It wasn't too early, but show us what you got. Blink. Okay, early Blink. No Forge. Now, my assumption this game was that Shameless was going to be greedy. Remember, my assumption was that he was going to be defensive, I should say, to build up on 3 bases, get a 4th expansion, and to get into Sky Toss. But the lack of Forge tells us that he's going to be more aggressive. Lack of Forge, lack of upgrades, late +1, late +2. We're expecting early Blink Stalker aggression, and we're expecting a Gateway Explosion. You can see here, extra gateways are being thrown down. We're getting up to 4 gates, 5. Sorry, 6. So 6 gateways so far. 7. Yeah, we're going into a 3-base all-in. We're going for an 8-gate 3-base all-in. Now, the 8th gateway might be at home, or it might be proxied here to reinforce in the center of the map. But it's a lot of gateways. 7 so far. Typically, what this means, no gas. No gases are being taken. It's just going to be a massive all-in from Shameless. Massive all-in. Meanwhile, safety Roach Horn here by GgMaChine. He's going for his own. Oh god, he's going for his own Pneumatized Carapace. Who does this favor? Roaches are amassing. Adepts a third in a shade. Again, we're going for the German taxi. GgMaChine is going for his own all-in. Cutting workers at 66. Here comes the taxis. They're loading up. Again, no drones at the 4th. And we're all-inning each other. we're all-inning each other, pappy. Let's go. The probe is coming to throw down the reinforcing gateway. Everyone gets caught. Nice catch. Here comes a pylon. Here come the reinforcements. Remember, Shameless is all in. So is GgMaChine. Big supply block. Nicely done. Yeah, massive supply block, especially against a Roach heavy composition. We got 5 Overlords on the way. I'll say catch the Adept. Stalkers, they trade well. Remember, they do have Blink. They're trading well against the Roaches. They're getting 1, getting 2 Roaches already. Massive pickups. GgMaChine, he's now starting to drone up. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, we're diving with the Ravagers. No, he gets them. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Do we get all 4? He will. Wow, all 4 Ravagers go down. Massive pickups. GgMaChine caught this man down, losing a 5th Ravager. And we just blink in. We just blink in. We just snowball out of control. Stalkers are getting out of hand. Cashing out so many Roaches at the same time. There was some counterplay here. We had a counter drop across the map. 4 probe kills, getting some damage at least. But it's not going to be enough. Yeah, it's not going to be enough. The 4th base is going to go down. Massive pickup. Takes down the 4th, and GgMaChine is... Oh no! Jesus! Stasis goes off. And remember, the soup is lying to you. Remember, the soup does lie. GgMaChine, his army supply is inflated because of the Roach Ravager. So inflated army supply. And Shameless has the better economy. Has a 4th base on the way. And the Zerg player wants to be up a base and up in workers to be even with the Protoss. So the soup is lying. Shameless, he's transitioning. Forge on the way, charge on the way. Shameless was all in, but he achieved what he wanted. He killed the 4th. He killed the 4th expansion. He reset the Ravager counts. He's pushing once again. Oracles, they find more damage. Catching up more Zerglings, and GgMaChine, he has to make a choice here. He can't drone up, not from this position, no shot. He's trying to take up into Hydras, but this is an expensive tech transition. It's a delayed all-in out of GgMaChine. It's a large army, don't get me wrong, but doesn't scale well, and the longer this goes on, the better it's going to be for Shameless. Shameless out of position, okay. Shameless completely out of position. Bars are connecting. Catching up 4 probes. This base is going to go down. This should not have happened. Dars was the expansion. GgMaChine is still in this. He's still in this. Gets an expansion. He has to get out of here. Does have to pull away. Oh. Files a punish. And we just dive in. Yeah, Stalkers, they just go for the dive here. Bold move by Shameless. Diving on the Ravagers. Oracles, they come into support. Files should not connect. It's a messy fight here. Oof. Very messy. Hydras are rallying in. Hydras are rallying. Third is up for Shameless. GgMaChine is pushing. He wants that third base. He wants that expansion. Oh, but this army is so fragile here. There's no Lings. No Lings, few Roaches. Oracles, they get 6 drones across the map. Crazy damage here at the 4th. But now that we've built up a decent amount of Hydras here, I do favor GgMaChine when it comes to the main fight. Now it's not just Roach Ravager, now we have Hydras. Does have Hydras. And again, no splash damage for Shameless. No Storm, no Colossus. Just pure Blink Stalkers. Does catch a lot of reinforcements, that is true. And he's coming in from behind. He wants those Ravagers. He wants them. And Blinks over, catching out more Zerglings, pushing deep onto creep. Yo, where are we headed? Oh my god. I mean, he's gonna bleed out so many Stalkers in the process here. But this I'm not so sure is worth it. Does catch what? 5 Hydras. Pulls away. Okay, does get out. Impressive. Does pull down in the end. Storm is now on the way. It's just very scrappy. It's very scrappy here in the mid game. Shameless still has the greater economy. GgMaChine, he's on 61 drones. Oh, that's under 3 base saturation. It's a very low economy here for the Zerg. We spoke earlier that getting into Hydras here is quite expensive. Even more so getting into Lurker tech. GgMaChine, he needs to drone. But he doesn't want to. Like, just because of the game state. There is 6 drones are on the way. Same time, GgMaChine dropping into the main base, doing whatever he can. Oof, getting picked up. And we're morphing in 8 Lurkers. Now, bearing in mind that 8 Lurkers is nice, but these are lair tech Lurkers. Remember, we don't have the economy for Hive. No Infestation Bit, no Hive tech. Ooh, and here comes the Fleet Peak, and we spoke earlier, on this map specifically, it is easy to maintain a 4-base economy, and Shameless is turtling up and going to Sky Toss. Ooh, gets a Lurker, gets 1. Almost 2. Takes off 1 Lurker, Lings him in from behind. Nice catch here, they lock down, what, 5 Stalkers? 6, 7! Oh my god. And a bunch of Stalkers go down at the same time, they'll orbit into the main. 15 drone kills. Aye. Does he get the lair? No shot. Lair is under fire, down to half HP. It should not go down. And GgMaChine will save it. He will barely save it. There's a transfuse just in case. Does save the expansion, but again, that's a lot of damage being dealt in the main base. GgMaChine, he already had a low economy, now even more so. Ooh, Lurkers are caught. Oh, the High Templar, they do wander in. 2 High Templar thrown away for free. Both players slipping up. Once again, diving on the Templar. Catching out 4 High Templar. Nice Storms. Jesus, going back into the Storm. And those 8 lurkers down to 0. 0 lurkers left. They were all thrown away earlier. They got shut down. Mothership is now on the way. Getting to the mothership. Working towards +3. Oh no, the lurkers! No, they're caught out again. He gets caught. Lurkers are denied. 6 more being morphed in. War Prism is distracting. And GgMaChine is just being pulled apart. As now we're incorporating Tempest, Mothership, Immortal Production. The army is now becoming more refined. Now we have Storms. Meanwhile, GgMaChine is still stuck on Lair Tech Army, on Roach Hydra. Remember, there's still no Hive. Still no Hive, still no further tech. As I mentioned, lurkers are okay, but without upgrades, they're not amazing. They're quite rough, actually. Now moving in. Does hit the 4th. At the same time, Lings, they do rush in towards the 3rd. Storms are connecting. High Templar exposed. Losing 1, losing 2. Barely 2 High Templar go down 3. Okay, 3 High Templar fall. At the same time, lurkers, they get on top of the expansion. There's a recall. And does cloak in time. Oh my god, that is crazy. He cloaks in time. He saves the expansion. The Nexus is saved. We're chasing down the lurkers. And there's no escaping this. Oh, no detection though. No detection. Oh my god. Yeah, massive lurker shots going up. There we go. Observer has arrived, and that's going to be every lurker going down. GG. Shameless fights back. Shameless puts a point on the board. Whew. GG, well played. A very chaotic and a very intense game here. Again, it all began with Shameless going for the 8 gate, but GgMaChine went for a 3 base German taxi. So both players, they all leaned into each other. We saw that Shameless took the better trade. He was able to reset the Ravager count, get onto the main army, kill the 4th expansion, and Shameless took an economic lead, and he never lost it. Shameless, he was ahead economically the entire game. GgMaChine, he was all in and he failed to do damage every time he tried to. Every time he did, he was also sustaining losses back at home, and he couldn't tech up. He couldn't build up into the mid game, into the late game. GgMaChine, he was left behind. He was left behind, he was outscaled. And with that, we have a series, we have a back and forth. We are loading into game number 4, going to be loading into our next map. Let's go. Let us go. I think this is one of the older maps. Wow, it has been years. I can't recall the last time I casted on this map. We're going to be loading into Submarine. Again, I believe this was in the map rotation in 2021. I have to double check though, because I said the same thing about one of the previous maps. But let's go. Spawning in the bottom right hand corner of a Submarine. We have the blue Protoss player. We have the blue Protoss player himself. Representing Stowny Balls, does put a point on the board, and can he bounce back? Can he recover? It is Shameless. I said 2021 about Golden Wall, that was 2022. But spawning in the top left hand corner, we have the orange Zerg player, also representing Stowny Balls, leading the series 2-1. It is GgMaChine. And there it is, just like Golden Wall. This was in the 2022 map pool. I was a year off. A year off that, but here we go. It is going to be Hatch first. Now the rush distance by ground here is how long? 33 seconds, but I think that's main to main. But this does have a very short rush distance. Very quickly here, so we have our main expansion, we have our natural here, and we do have a very direct path across the map. Very, very direct. Now, actually, I will say that we do have some elevated positions here. We have a choke point and we have some high ground. So this is not as bad as Tokamak. Even here, we have another choke point. So looking back on this, we've had some more egregious maps. We have a narrow ramp here, we have a narrow ramp, sorry, we have a larger ramp here, to be fair, but I would say the main attack path is relatively choky. So compared to some of the other modern rush maps, this isn't too bad. Like we have seen some crazy maps. But again, a shorter rush distance by ground. We'll see how aggressive our players plan on being. Once again, if you're looking at this, if you're like, hold on, why are we playing on Submarine? It's been years since Submarine was in the map pool. Sorry, my apologies. Submarine was in the map pool in 2020 to 2021. Okay. So we were on the money there with the timing, with the year. So 2020 to 2021. That was 6 years ago. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. 6 years. God, but this map was notorious for being hyper aggressive. But looking at it now, like, there are more aggressive maps. Like Tourmaline. Like, this map ain't got nothing on Tourmaline, to be honest. We're going for a link flood. We're going for a link flood here. GgMaChine does cut workers early. The boys are being pulled. We're going for a link flood, a drone pull here across the map. Again, as I mentioned, this map was known for aggression, and Shameless, he is going to be moving out with the Adept, and so far he has seen nothing. He's not aware. He sees some lings, at least, but he doesn't see the drones. The boys are coming. Adept is out of position. Oh no, the surround! No, the lings are coming for the surround. They try to catch out the Adept. It does barely slip away. At the same time, though, the pylon is exposed, and we're going straight for the pylon. If the pylon goes down, that's the end of the game. He's going for that pylon. Adept does spawn in just in time. Ooh, drones do surround. Yeah, nice surround there, nice setup. Drones are getting low. Adept barely does slip away. Can he break through? Can he ever will? Adept goes down. Yeah, barely takes down the Adept. Lings are floating forward. But in the end, the boys hold. Yeah, the boys do hold. Probes that they hold, they survive. He fully walls off. And with that, Shameless takes the lead. He's holding, Bappy. He's holding on. Adept is caught. I say he's holding. Yeah, there's one Adept here on the low ground. Oracle does survive as well, does pop. And these things are going to be shut down. Yeah, they should be shut down here. We're even saving the energy on the Oracle. More lings have arrived. Again, this is just a heavy ling count, and the drone count is non-existent. Barely any workers back at home. GgMaChine was completely all in, and he has failed to break through. Again, if he had gotten on top of the pylon, if he had killed it, if he had got the surround of the Adept earlier, there were a couple of key moments where he just barely did not get the surround. And GgMaChine is in a rough position. Looking rough. And now we're about to break out. And do you see what I see? I see a heavy gateway count and a twilight count. So are we going to Glaives? There we go. Glaive Adepts are on the way. This is to end the game. In this kind of game state, because of how aggressive GgMaChine was, there's no shot he has the gas to afford Banelings or Roaches. Right? There's gonna be a very, very low chance that there's Baneling or Roach support. If it's pure Ling Queen, then Adepts will excel. So this is just a way to end the game. It's just a way to end the game. And to punish Shameless. Sorry, to punish GgMaChine. It's a way to punish. Second gas is on the way. Again, GgMaChine, he needs gas income here. Does need his gases. Third base not being taken. Glaives are almost done. And again, we're banking Adepts. Oh, supply block. Yeah, a bit of a supply block does slow down Shameless. Does slow him down a little bit. Here comes the extra warp ins, and we have 12. 12 Adepts are moving out. And again, no Roaches, no Banelings, purely Ling Queen defense. This should kill. This should just kill across the map. Again, punishing GgMaChine for the failed Ling Flood. GgMaChine, he's hoping to surround. He's banking up a lot of Lings. Going for the stasis. Ooh. Going for the stasis trap. Does get baited. And here comes the surround. Lings, they do collapse in. And with enough Lings, we can surround this army. Yeah, the Oracle tries to help out. Adepts, they will shade away. They shade into the mineral line. A drone's going to be falling. And even if GgMaChine defends against this army, he's trading so inefficiently. As we're running out of Lings. Yeah, running out of Zerglings. Shading into the natural. This army's getting out of hand. And again, even despite all those Zerglings, there was no defense. There was no defense here. As we can just keep warping in. Shading into the main. 6 drones. And behind this, Shameless, he's on 56 probes. Has an amazing economy behind this. And he's still not done. He's still not done. Oh, God. There's the recall. Oh. Shameless does overextend, losing his Oracle. Adept say recall back home. Behind this, we have the Temple Archives into Archons into Storm. Storm is going to be on the horizon. And GgMaChine, he went down to 29 drones. It's a 1.5 base economy. Aye, aye, aye. Barely any workers. There's no battery, but yeah, we have a defensive Archon. Again, it was a cheeky build here by GgMaChine, and as we mentioned, like there were a couple of key moments: failing to surround the Adept, failing to surround the second Adept as well, unable to get on top of the pylon. Zone reinforcements were delayed. And we can see the GgMaChine, he is massing up Hydras early on. He's going for an all-in. But it's just a really weird all-in. Like, it's off of a very low economy. It's very delayed. But it's all that GgMaChine can do is build up something Hydra and push across the map. Wouldn't even need Archons to defend. Just pure Adept would be fine. Storm was not researched, so my apologies. No Storm. Just purely Archons. Just the Archons. Army's moving out. Yo, we got the slow lots. The slow lot move out. And he doesn't need charge. To be honest, it's not necessary here. That's how far ahead Shameless is. As Ling Army will come to him anyway. Gonna charge that complete, diving on the Hydras, and with that he will overwhelm. The boys are being pulled. Boys are being pulled into the charge lots. GG gets called, and we are going to the ace match. Ooh, GG. And GG, well played. We're tied up 2-2, and we're going all the way to game number 5 here. We're going to the ace match. Again, a cheeky build here by GgMaChine, but Shameless did shut him down, and now this all ends in the ace match. In game 5, it all ends on Winter Madness. Let's go. Let us go. We're going back to the current map pool, to modern era of StarCraft, and we're loading into one of the larger maps as well. Ooh, I mentioned this earlier. I mentioned this on Tokamak, but I do favor the Protoss on these larger maps. So the pressure is on the Zerg. Let's jump in. Spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Winter Madness, we have the blue Protoss player, the blue Protoss player himself, representing Stowny Balls, fighting back and tying up the series and forcing the ace match. It is Shameless. And spawning in the top left hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the orange Zerg player, also representing Stowny Balls, as they are good friends, they are teammates. It is GgMaChine. Let's go. Let us go. Again, these two players, they often do play 2v2s together. They compete in the thermal 2v2 circuit as a duo. They also competed in the Water TV Team League as a duo as well. They're some of the younger up-and-comers in the European region, and we'll see how they compare to each other. Let's go. I mean, already GgMaChine took down Shameless earlier in the upper brackets. Can he do it again? Or can Shameless get his revenge? In my mind, Shameless, he was favored. He was favored in this series. He was favored in the previous series as well, but he went down. Did go down. Now we'll see. We'll see if he can bounce back. So we've made it here to the ace match. So far, standard openers, hatch, gas, pool. There's no crazy early pool timing, early gas timing. No nonsense this time. We're locked in. Now, once again, to reiterate what we mentioned previously, but Winter Madness is a larger map of the map pool, longer rush distance by ground, has a secure 2, 3, and 4 base setup. We do have one ramp coming in between the bases. We do have an entrance here towards the 3rd, and of course the entrance into the 4th base. For the most part, though, is very secure, very stable, and we often do see a lot of mid to late game on Winter Madness. And that is where I do favor Shameless. GgMaChine, I favor him in the early to mid game. Early game aggression, mid game aggression is where GgMaChine does thrive. And we'll see if he can get there. We'll see if he can embrace that. Oh boy. We'll see if he can stop the sky toss. So now we are building up. Now, bearing in mind that Shameless has shown us this series that he's willing to be aggressive. We saw Glavedep's last game, which was punishing the cheese, to be fair. We also saw 8 gates blink on Tokamak, which was a surprise to me. True. Like, Tokamak, we spoke about how it's very defensive, but he did go for his own 3-base all-in. Is he willing to go for an 8-gate here? That would be surprising. But he's already done it once. He's done it once in the series. So let's head across the map. Getting eyes on GgMaChine. Behind is just going for the Stargates into Oracle into the 3rd expansion. Everything's looking normal. The first big thing that we're looking for here is the Twilight Council timing. If it gets turned down early without a Forge, it is indicative of either Glaives or Blink. Jesus, 14 Lings on the way. That's a lot of Zerglings here, getting up to 16. This should be to ideally force a cancel. This is a big investment from GgMaChine. A heavy link count. Link speed is done in 5 seconds. He's going across the map. And again, the goal here is to force a cancel on the 3rd. If this fails to cancel, then GgMaChine falls behind. It's just such a big investment. Lings get scouted. The Oracle is already back at home. I don't see this working. He does dive in. Oracle is activated. I mean, there are a lot of Zerglings and we're waiting at the Pulsar Beam. We're waiting at the energy. Adept does go down. The base is under fire. Can he get it? Can he force a cancel? Oh, not quite. Yeah, the Oracle is now out of energy. Lings, they move in. But now we have the second Oracle. But is it too late? Does he get it? No shot. He does. It's so close. Can he get the expansion? No, he does not. There's the energy overcharge. Second Oracle has arrived, and in the end, this was not quite worth it. What did he kill? He killed 1 Adept. 1 Adept went down, but this was so many Zerglings, and again, this delayed the droning here for GgMaChine. It delayed his economy. Lings, they move back in. Yeah, Lings are being denied. The Oracle pokes it across the map, and I believe did get eyes on saturation. And we had this with a Void Ray. Void Ray into Robo. A very odd follow-up here. No upgrade, no Forge. Early charge. Interesting. A very unusual setup here. Does cancel the Void Ray in the end. Does cancel the Void. Adepts, they do shade in towards the natural. Okay, thread in the shade. Again, early charge means we're going for an early timing. The other big tell here is I don't see a Forge. Like, where's +1? Meanwhile, oh, Numerous has Carapace. Okay, Overlord speed is on the way, going for Drop Lords. Going for Drop Lord play. Adepts, they do shade into the 3rd. Nice target firing, getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drones. Not quite 6. 5 drones go down. I believe Overlord speed should be for... Oh, never mind. I was going to say for Link drops and for a Hydra aggression, but now we're taking up into Hive Tech. No, it was a fake out. Okay. That would make sense. I was like, why are we taking up when we're going for Overlord speed? That doesn't make any sense. It's all coming together here. It's going to be a big all-in here from GgMaChine. He's sending workers at 56. That is under 3-base saturation. Sorry, 59 I meant to say. At 59 workers. No, the Lings have flood in. Yeah, Lings have flood into the natural. The wall is open. Hero. The hero wall at the natural. The wall was not a wall. Yeah, Lings get a surround. They get 1. They get 2 stalkers. Just the 1. Was this worth it? There's a lot of Zerglings. They get 2 probes. 2 probes go down. Here we go. Link drop into the main base. More Hydras are amassing. Remember, GgMaChine is all in. He's choosing not to drone and choosing not to tech. Observer confirms. Yeah, Observer does confirm no drones. Here come the defensive warpins. No additional batteries. Drop into the main. Within vision. Yeah, no reaction from Shameless. The Lings, they slip in. Yeah, very late reaction. Oof. This is getting out of hand. Lings, they can just pick up. But remember, still no drones. Like, GgMaChine, he is committed. Like, he's not backing off. He's not second guessing himself. He's going for a big all-in, as he assumed. Like, as we mentioned, like, on Winter Madness, Protoss players are favored in the late game. So he just wants to end it here and now. There is no splash damage, no storm. We should not be out here. Does engage ahead of time, but again, the army has to back off. We should not be fighting here out in the open. Calm down, Shameless. Calm down. Nice juggling. Saves the Archon. Drop back into the main. Now headed for the natural. Hydras, they do wedge themselves in between the bases. We need more charge lots here. Yeah, we need more charge lots. Archons are getting low. One Archon goes down. Miscontrol there by Shameless. Does lose one, does lose two. Yeah, the Prism doesn't pick up. Some heavy losses, but at the same time, where are those charge lots? Where are the reinforcements? Now trying to move in. A messy fight here from both players, from Shameless. But we're running out of Hydras. Yeah, we're running out of Hydras. Takes down a third Archon. Prism goes down as well. Takes down the final Archon. So a messy fight from the Protoss. Very messy. But remember, the longer this game goes on, the better it is for Shameless. Shameless, he still has 4 bases. He still has the better economy. So again, that base could have been a lot more efficient. Could have been a lot more cleaner. There's a world where Shameless defends without losing a single Archon. So GgMaChine has a chance. Once again, Shameless out of position. Cybercore goes down. I mean, that's fine. We should be warping in Zealots anyway. As there's no War Prism, Archon pulls away. Drop back into the main base. This one drop has been so annoying. This one drop has killed like 5 or 6 probes and forced all these defensive warp ins. This is one of the reasons why Shameless's defense has been so messy, because he has so much supply tied up in these bases to defend against one drop. But the reality is, even though this has been a very messy defense out of Shameless, and even here losing a Stalker, the main army is looking terrifying. You could argue there are too many Immortals. Like, at this point, we should have a Bay, we should have Colossus. It's a very heavy Immortal army against Hydra. Not something you see too often. I mean, it can still work, it's just, again, not the most efficient army. Gets an Archon. Archon is thrown away. The job finally gets cleaned up. It took so long. Nice force fields. Yeah, we're locking down the army. Hydras are going down. Yeah, rough losses here for GgMaChine. He started stepping in. Gets the Archon at least. Again, I'm still not in love with just the mass Archon response here, but I mean it's working. It's working well enough. It's good enough, Pat. Oh, GgMaChine gets stuck on the A move. Hydras, they do waddle into towards the natural. Forcing the recall once again. Messy defense here from Shameless. Zealots, they do get across the map. Okay, not bad. Zealots get across. Immortals, they defend. GgMaChine, he's making this work, by the way. He is pulling Shameless apart. Can he break down the expansion? Can he kill the 4th? He shouldn't be able to. Nah, no shot. No shot. Storm is now done. I think this army is now much stronger now. He's got the storms. Yeah, first storm is used. First storm sends away. Such a beefy army here. Immortal High Templar. Immortal Storm. Oh, double Storm in the main army. High Templar exposed. Immortals are finally going to be going down. Catching out 2. Just the 1. There we go. Second Immortal as well. So again, some very messy fights, some very messy trades. The queens have wandered across the map, okay. Sure, why not? Queens that waddle in, there's no transfuse, they're going to be shut down. They're losing all 4 queens. And do we have another storm? It's still double immortal production. Like, Aye. Shameless banking up a lot of resources, a lot of gas specifically. True. A lot of gas. We need to warp in High Templar. There's no storms. Hydra starts stepping in. Takes down almost one of them immortal. Yeah, gets 1, gets 2. But we're running out of Hydras. Yeah, GgMaChine is running out of Hydras here. The boys are being pulled. They'll take down 2 more immortals. Once again, we need Zealots. We need reinforcements here. He needs more of a gateway competition. I mean, it's still working. Lings they do flood in. Sip into the main. Forcing a defensive warp in. Nice time of the High Templar. Templar goes down. Still 0 storms. Wings are cleaned up. Shameless getting a little bit impatient. So he has to calm down. GgMaChine, he's going to be transferring workers. He is still not droned, by the way. Bear that in mind, but he's just transferring workers, maintaining a 3-base economy or an under 3-base economy. Rebuilding his Ling Hydra. As you mentioned, like, this army composition from Shameless has been very odd. It's been very, I would say, inefficient going into Mass Immortal against Ling Hydra. But I mean, he's still holding, he's still barely surviving. And he's gathering more High Templar. We're just waiting for the storms. Oh, gets an Icon. So we get a nice storm, softening up the army. GgMaChine coming from both angles, getting into one of the Archons, gets 1, gets 2. We throw away the Immortal. Once again, these are expensive losses here for GgMaChine, sorry, for Shameless. Expensive. Getting another High Templar. Again, I feel like Shameless should have won this game long ago, but because he's still stuck with like Mass Immortal, like he's giving GgMaChine a chance. Even here, we're catching more immortals, or at least we're hoping to. Okay, very nice Zealot run by. Oh, this might be the nail in the coffin. Zealots are getting across the map. Drones are going down. Critical damage. Remember, GgMaChine, he barely had any drones to begin with, and now 13 drones go down. Shameless, he's doing it. See, chat, feels like Shameless is memeing. I think he's just like one-track minded here. There we go. I was gonna say, I was gonna say we could have seen like a Bay like 8 minutes ago, like a Bay into Colossus production. But yeah, this feels a little bit stubborn out of Shameless. I wouldn't say memeing, because Shameless, he's been trading really poorly and he's been almost dying at times. Like this has been a very messy defense. Very, very messy. So especially in the ace match of the finals, I don't think he would intentionally like try to clown. Like technically it worked, but he had to fight hard for it. There we go. The storms are coming in. The hydras are trapped. He's gonna be forced to fight, forced to engage. Crazy storms. They lock him in. And here we go. The final army here. Every hydra is gonna go down. GG gets called, and Shameless, he will claim the series 3-2, becoming this season's OSC Elite Rising Star number 18 champion. GG. GG, well played. Again, very messy play here from Shameless towards the end, being stuck on Mass Immortal, and we saw him bleeding out Archons, bleeding out Immortals, bleeding out his War Prism as well. GgMaChine, he was out trading, he was out controlling. That is true, he was out controlling. But what was important, what was the most important thing here was the economy. Even though Shameless was trading inefficiently, he had the greater economy. He had 4 bases up and running faster. He had a higher probe count, so he could afford some bad trades. He could afford some bad trades. He could afford some bad fights. He was still able to retain his immortal count for the most part throughout the course of the majority of the game, so he could still kind of maintain that defense. And GG. GG, well played. In the end, GgMaChine, he was outscaled throughout this game as he had no economy to fall back on. He had no bases. He had no drones. He had nothing left. GG. GG, well played. GgMaChine still 0 upgrades. Oh yeah, he was all in, right? Like, just to reiterate, GgMaChine, he had no intention of going into a longer game. That's why he had no economy, he had no upgrades, he had no bases. Like, he had no longevity in that game. The longer it was going on, the better it was for Shameless. But that's also why, like, the weird composition from Shameless was helping GgMaChine stay in the game longer, but not quite enough to win him the game. GG. GG, well played. With that, congratulations. Again, Shameless, he will claim the series. He does pull off the reverse sweep. He was down 2-0, by the way. Great. He was down 2-0, and he wins 3 games in a row with the reverse sweep here in favor of Shameless. And with that, he is our champion. He does win in the rematch. It does finally take down GgMaChine. GG. Again, a very intense tournament here. It was what, 3 months? 3 months of StarCraft. We have crowned our champion, Shameless. He did come in as the favorite player. I will say though that GgMaChine did pose a threat, and he even beat him in the first round in the upper bracket, which was very surprising, very impressive. So I'm very impressed here by GgMaChine to win that first series and to make it to the finals and to force the ace match at a Shameless. Very impressive play here, very impressive play. Again, they're both good friends. They're both teammates. They're both 2v2 partners as well. Shameless, he has had stronger results as of late. GgMaChine, he's still rising up. He's still rising. He's still a rising star, if you will. But with Shameless winning this, fun fact, I think Shameless might soon graduate. I want to say that if a player wins is at 4 Rising Star events, then they graduate. This is the first one, actually. Oh, never mind. This is the first one for Shameless, so he is still in this. I was just checking here, and it was young Yakov. He did graduate recently, as he did win most of these OSC Rising Star tournaments. But that's why there's no Yakov. He graduated, but Shameless is his first win, his first Rising Star win. GG. Congratulations. Congratulations. With that, we are going to be wrapping up here for the morning. When it comes to the rest of our schedule, let's quickly catch up on the brackets very quickly here. As you can see, we do have the rest of our schedule. We're going to be live later on tonight with what? With GSL CK. If you're unfamiliar, GSL did return at the start of the year, and we've been casting it on a regular basis over on the Soup platform. That is like the Korean equivalent to Twitch. It is Afrika. Afrika rebranded as Soup a couple of years ago. And GSL has been running over there. We've been casting it live in English, of course, and that's going to be later on tonight in around 8.5 hours. 8.5 hours time, we're going to be live with GSL. We will be rebroadcasting the VOD on Twitch in a couple of days time. So it's going to be live tonight on Soup. It'll be the VOD will be rebroadcasted here on Twitch and YouTube in a couple of days. So so if you don't watch it live, you'll be able to watch the VOD a little bit later on. Again, if you don't know what GSL CK is, that's GSL Champions Korea. It is a team league format. Week 1 was Maru versus Hero, where Maru drafted a team and Hero drafted a team, and then they faced off in a pro league format and an all kill format as well with their 2 teams. Then week 2 was Solar and Classic, I want to say. Was it Solar and Classic? I have to double check. It was Solar and someone. Yes, it was Team Solar and Team Classic. That was last time. And now this week, our team captains are, I think we already have confirmation. The team captains this week are going to be Team Rogue and Team Shin. Oh, okay, we're splitting up the Zerg players. So Team Rogue and Team Shin, that's going to be later on tonight. Again, the draft is going to be live. They're going to be drafting live, drafting amongst all the top players in Korea. So we have Bunny, Byeon, Kyor, Maru, Classic, Creator, Hero, SOS, Zaun, Rogue, Shin, and Solar. So we have all the top players in Korea are going to be available, and they're going to be drafting their teams tonight, facing off in that Team League format. So this is going to be later on tonight, of course. Again, we'll be live on Soup. We'll be live here on Twitch in a couple of days. Time. Meanwhile, we have Pigstar Cup. Pigstar Cup is going to be tomorrow morning. We have the Team Liquid, the TLMC 22 finalist stream tomorrow night. Bearing in mind that the finalists are about to be revealed, and once they do, we'll be live. We'll be live with that TLMC stream. We have the Podcast on Thursday. We have Kung Fu Cub, KSL, MSO, and STC. Plenty of content. We cast more StarCraft than anyone else out there. I'm giga tired. I'm going to go sleep for as much as I can before GSL. I'll try to be well rested. I'll do my best. Get as much sleep as possible. So look forward to it. Otherwise, we'll see you guys later on tonight for GSL, or we'll see you tomorrow for Pigstar Cup. We'll see for one or the other. When it comes to the main season of GSL, it should be starting up towards the end of the month. So do look forward to GSL Season 1 for 2026. Will be on the horizon. We most likely won't be casting that live, but we'll be casting it via replays most likely for the main GSL season. That'll be casted by like Tasteless and State and the regulars over in Korea. Should be casted by the regulars. Otherwise, stick around. We're going to be giving another StarCraft streamer a raid. Who is live at the moment? We have Dave, Patty Mac, we have Practice X. Find someone. We'll find someone to send everyone over to. Otherwise, I'm going to go pass out. I'm going to go get some food and then get some sleep before GSL. Otherwise, thanks for watching. If you want to support us, you can do so via the Patreon, !Patreon in the chat. You'll get a link to our Patreon page, of course, to support our tournaments on a regular basis, to help grow our tournaments as well. It is all to help grow the scene, to help support the players and support StarCraft. So if you want to do so, Patreon is the place to be. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Until then, ciao, papi ciao, hasta luego. Thanks for watching. See you next time. And congratulations to Shameless. Congratulations.